Hi, everybody. Welcome to Yes Have Some Podcast. My name is Craig Goldberg. Thank you for being here. In the words of Dr. Ray Stantz, hot one. It is so hot. I
And
am
Rob Thomas.
and Rob Thomas. The
Man,
two. A lot of people say Rob Thomas is the Ray Stantz of the 90s pop rock community, but that's a discussion for a different day. Hope everybody stay. You know what really annoyed me? Summer hasn't even officially started yet. It doesn't start till June 21st, and it's so
damn.
brutally hot. But we've got a lot going on, so that's okay. I hope you're staying cool wherever you are, but I have to, in the words of Jacob Walsh, I have to get out of this fucking state.
Yeah.
Like, I just
let's
have
go.
to.
Let's
I'm
do it.
ready.
Yeah.
Where can we go?
Literally
somewhere.
Literally any other state
Anywhere
is cooler than Georgia.
North of here? Yeah. Anywhere
Like
north of
Florida is somehow cooler than Georgia now.
It is.
It's ridiculous.
It is. It makes no sense.
Well, thank you guys for being here. Let me introduce everybody here. Jacob Walsh, man, how are you? How's your week going?
I'm so glad it's over. It's been, I feel like it's been an extra long week, and usually that happens before, YHS does something, or I'm going to have some vacation days. I got to do some house sitting for my mom.
Oh, right.
So I get to take I'll take a little bit of work off for that. And I'm just glad. I'm glad the week's over, and I get to sleep in tomorrow, I think, and it's going to be great.
Oh,
That's
I haven't done that in a while.
I'm going to sleep in tomorrow.
I think you can.
Do that a lot. Yeah. I enjoy it.
Abby's like,
when I'm off work.
My bathtub really calls to me in the morning. So
But you know what? It actually, I do get up early and go out there. I'm like, I got to hear the 9 a.m. birds. They're different from the 10 a.m. birds.
Yeah.
We've
a whole different crowd after lunch.
Different crowd. Yeah.
There's the
better
early
crowd
birds.
early in the morning. They're nicer.
We Abby and I have been rewatching Stranger Things. It wasn't like an intentional rewatch, but Abby threw on season 1 last week, and that show's so, like, once you start watching it, you just kind of start tearing through episodes. So we're now on season 2. 11 has not slicked back her hair yet. But I will say this, like, the first couple episodes of season 2 are pretty good. Like, I know season 2 is not great overall, but, like, so far, like, there's some fun stuff in there. I'm enjoying it. It's always fun to see them dressed as Ghostbusters, and Dustin really comes into his own in season 2 with him and Dart. I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
I enjoy that friendship. But as soon as 11 starts pushing back that hair, I know it's going to be a little bit of a tougher watch.
It's slicked back.
It was pushed back. Now it's slicked back, and yeah, she's more.
Well, Abby, season 2 opens up with like that weird, like, it's the other kids and they're in Pittsburgh, and it's like this other thing.
I remember talking about this on our podcast, specifically about the first episode and being like, why on earth would we start with a bunch of strangers?
Well, Stranger Things.
Yeah, I know. I realized as soon as I said that. But
that's what it's about.
We spent season 1 like really spending time with like Will and 11 and the friend group. And it makes zero sense to just have like a big wild action scene with a bunch of characters that you don't give a shit about yet because you don't know their background. I think that was a poor choice.
Well, spoiler alert, you never care about them.
You're never going to. And you're never going to see them again after season 2.
Abby said something really funny, not to call you out, but it was a fun anecdote.
Mm-hmm.
After the season 1 rewatch, about doing our own little off the air podcast, and Abby goes, it's weird watching it now. I relate more to Joyce than the kids. And I was like, oh, right. And then I was like, wait a minute. You were not a child when this came out. This was like 9 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah. I know, but I think the storylines I cared about then were probably Nancy's the most. And I did have a take on that. Like after watching season 1, I was like, Nancy's hot, Barb's a bitch. So I'll just admit it. I don't think that everyone agrees with me on that, but yeah, I do. I'm really enjoying watching Winona Ryder on the rewatch, and actually her relationship with Samwise. I know that's not his name, but I can't remember
Bob.
the actor's name. Bob. I actually
Sean
really liked
Astin.
it. Like as an older person now, I'm like, good for her. Look at her bouncing back, and good for him. He liked her in high school. This is a great thing. Like I don't want to see it get messed up, and I really don't want to start
Well.
watching the episodes where the other kids come in.
Another
Because
spoiler
as
alert.
of like this episode we watched last night,
Well, I think
there
it's only
hasn't been
one
much.
episode.
It
They only
is
come
a
back
bottle.
one time, I think.
Oh my god, it's so bad. Like especially when the opening sequence is like the girl uses her like mind trick and makes her nose bleed to like make it look like a bridge started to crumble, but then she reverses it and it was just like a visual effect and like that's her power and just like that is so lame. I just saw a van get flipped last season. Okay, I want to see some fake rubble falling and then realize it was an illusion.
We've talked about this before too, but it's always funny to me watching Stranger Things because the majority of it, like the school is in Stockbridge, Georgia, where I grew up, and the Hawkins High School is the former Stockbridge High School, but when I was in that town, it was Patrick Henry High School, which is where it was the alternative school where the troubled and bad kids went.
Right.
They sent
That's
to
why
the Stranger Things school.
That's why. That's why it was named after the two bullies from It, Patrick and
Henry.
Patrick and Henry.
Yep.
Center High.
Yeah.
They were considering other names of famous bullies. Johnny Lawrence High was one of them, and there's got to be a Nelson
Skull and Boulder. What's his name? The guy from
Hold on, you're combining
Vulcan
Power
Skull.
Rangers,
Vulcan
and
Skull and
X-Files.
Moldy. God damn it. I am.
Skull and Boulder.
Boulder.
Boulder and Skull. God damn it. I feel like I never got because I watched Power Rangers on like live television and I didn't get to see a lot of episodes with those two characters. So maybe I need to go back.
Well,
no.
I was trying to think. So Barb, real quick, in Stranger Things, they really get rid of her, and
She's
theory
not in
was
the show very often.
she's not in the show.
Season 1, they drop her. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine.
But
Go.
they
They drop her,
and
but they never come back to it really. And I think
they address it because of the fan reaction to Barb's disappearance, and like I think. Yeah, there was a lot of chatter and a lot of people spoke up about it, and it affected season 2. They go to both Nancy and what's her boyfriend's name?
Steve.
Nancy and Steve go over and have KFC at Barb's parents' house. And like they're like basically like, oh, Barb's parents are in a terrible place now, and they're gonna go out and look for Barb all over. And yeah, it's a minor plot point, but it feels like strictly to address people's complaints, which never really serves the plot in my point.
I remember that year at DragonCon, there was like a lot of justice for Barb signs, which is I'm trying to think if do we have a Barb in our life, like somebody we hung out with and we're just like, no, let's move on. Like we all I think most
name them.
No, everybody has a Barb. I have Barbs from childhood. I think there was actually a Barb. I knew a Barb.
I've probably been a Barb.
Yeah, you've probably been a Barb.
That's so sad. You've been Barb.
Don't go up there with that cute boy.
Well, listen, guys. Stranger Things rewatch has been fun. We'll be covering season 5 when it hits later this year. No spoilers. Okay. Just 6-month warning. It takes me a couple days to watch these things. I don't have the luxury to sit down and watch 10 episodes of Stranger Things in one day or whatever.
Yes, you do.
You do.
I totally do. I could. I probably could. Jacob. So I wanted to talk about this. This is huge. This week specifically is the 50th anniversary of Jaws, and for some reason I always think it's July 4th weekend because of the movie taking place over July 4th weekend. But 50 years ago, Jaws hit theaters, and there's a lot of merchandise hitting. I got a press release. This was funny. I got a press release from Universal. I don't know if you guys got it. Because we're all on like these email lists from Comic-Con and stuff like that. And it was like Universal launches brand new home video experience for Jaws for the first time. And I was like, ooh, what is this? And it's like, it's just on Peacock. It's just streaming on Peacock. That's the whole thing.
That's it?
The movie. All 4 of them.
You can't call that a home video experience. Come on now.
You can't. But Jake, I wanted to get your feelings, man. How are you feeling about this anniversary?
Well, 50 years, I guess that movie's gonna do well. It's a long time. It's always weird to me when you're like, it's older than we are. Like just thinking that
Right.
it's been around my whole life. And
Mm.
a couple years ago, we happened to be on Martha's Vineyard during Jaws's birthday. I don't know if you guys remember that, but
Well, I
50 is-
remember we tried to get the servers to sing happy birthday to Jaws, but you guys didn't want me to embarrass him at the restaurant.
That sounds like something we would
at
do.
Jeffrey Voorhees' restaurant.
Now, if Jeffrey Voorhees would have came out and done the singing, that would have been cool. No, 50 is a big 50 is, that's I've been celebrating Jaws' birthday every year, but usually it's just like hey, Jaws is another year older, but 50 is that's a milestone, and there's all kinds of stuff happening this year. There's the thing at the Academy Museum that's happening that we're gonna have to figure out when we're going to. There's Martha's Vineyard has some stuff happening this weekend. There's documentaries, multiple documentaries. There's lots of merchandise this year. Like a lot of people are celebrating. It felt really good to like go through my feed today and just see everybody posting about Jaws.
Yeah.
It was cool. Mm-hmm. And we've gotten to do, like, even though, like, Jacob, you've been doing Jaws stuff forever, but we've done our fair share, and we did get to go to Martha's Vineyard, and that was super fun. Did you see the Factory Entertainment San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that was announced today?
No. Show it to me.
Let's do it. So Factory Entertainment, they make a lot of cool different like merch and stuff. So they're doing this little
that's cool.
Amity Island sign.
How big is it?
Oh, let's look at it. In honor of 50, 9-inch wide collectible, faithful recreation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Reversible magnetic panel lets you switch between the original and the defaced version.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Okay.
Comes packaged in collector-friendly packaging with display.
I can get this at Comic-Con?
You can buy it at the booth.
Okay. I'll do that.
They also have this little Amity Police badge and patch set. Greetings from Amity with the fucking shark on it.
That's my speed. I want that.
It's a cool little set. I like this kind of stuff. It's fun. Yeah. It's kitschy.
I like the billboard a lot. It's very cool.
You like the billboard? Mm-hmm. Abby, what was this piece of memorabilia you were going to share?
I'll show you guys, and maybe it'll help you.
Whoa. Capitol
Theater. Wow.
Yeah.
I still have mine as well.
Jaws 40th anniversary with Richard Dreyfuss. That was, I think,
years ago.
Yeah, I want to say it was also our first ever like all together Jaws event where we like did.
Well, that was when Richard Dreyfuss had just started. I remember he wasn't doing a lot of conventions yet, and I remember thinking like, oh, this is my only chance to ever, be around Richard Dreyfuss, and he did that Q&A.
Right.
And then he started doing them a lot after that. Now you can't.
That was in.
Now you fucking can't get rid of the guy.
No, he did an appearance on our front porch last week. I had to sweep him off.
Civics. Yeah, dude. We've walked. I recall a convention that we walked past him, and he was going on a rant about that, which is very him. Classic. But also, though, at this event, the Clearwater event, that was the first time that I witnessed him doing the "I'll give you $20 if you ask me a question I've never been asked" things.
Yeah.
Abby, what was the date on that ticket?
The date's January 9th. It was a Saturday of 2016. So, folks, this is pre-answer the call.
Right. It's about 3 weeks before we started YHS. That's crazy.
Isn't it?
That's awesome.
I think we probably talked about it in one of those initial episodes.
Because we went to that, and then I remember we all went to a Jaws screening at some point, maybe in 2016, that was in Macon. And that's the only time I've ever actually seen Jaws in like a proper movie theater. It was just that one time. But yeah, man. I mean, it's just, listen, we talk about Jaws all the time. It's such a important movie, not just in our lives, but like it's an important movie to the movie industry. It completely changed the landscape of how movies were made, how they were marketed. It's and it launched Steven Spielberg's career, who is the most important and prolific director of our life. So it means a lot in a lot of different ways. I think I'm going to watch Jaws tonight. It sounds like that's what's going to happen, right? Are you guys gonna watch it?
Yeah,
I've
I already
already
have.
watched it.
I've already, yeah.
I mean,
It's,
I literally watch it once. I watch it at work at least once a week.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic preliminary summer movie. It really sets the tone, and I put it on in the room a couple weeks ago, and it was like, oh, it's almost summer. I can feel this. I have so many memories attached to it. And like that you were saying, Jacob, our trip there was like being fully immersed in film locations and food and culture and like the wildlife and plants of Martha's Vineyard. Like I really would love to go back
Yeah.
and kind of
I'm trying to
recreate
like
more.
I'm trying to throw it in conversation here and there and kind of will it into our plans for
Existent.
next year, maybe going back or something.
Yeah, I'd really like that for sure.
Oh, we're missing the 1-day Jaws mocktail at Universal Studios. It's only on the 20th.
Oh wait,
Which
that's something that
Wow.
Jacob and I could have.
Mocktail
There's a-
though, right?
Yeah, it's a mocktail.
Yeah.
It's a
I love a
mocktail.
mocktail. Mhm.
Yeah, it's
They won't make us one next week when we go. We're here
one
for the
day only.
mocktail.
Let's ask. I know the bartender's gonna love it.
A 1-day only pass holder exclusive. Well, let me share the screen so you guys can partake in this thing that none of us are going to experience.
We can make it at home, maybe.
It's
Let's make
the
it at
Jaws
home.
Frenzy Fizz,
Wow.
raspberry puree, stone fruit syrup, Coca-Cola orange cream, and a shark gummy.
That sounds gross.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
When it's the Coca-Cola and orange, that you lost me.
I don't want
Okay.
a gummy in my drink.
I don't want
like
Dude, make it blue. Like no one wants to see the shark swimming in dirty.
that. Yeah,
It looks like a
sharks
chummed water.
Yeah, it's like a lake water shark.
in shit water.
I don't like those flavors. No,
I've been going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to wear my Quinn outfit to Universal Studios or if I just want to be comfortable. And I think it's going to be too hot to.
I mean, it's going to be
put
100
Quinn
degrees.
on. Yeah, but I do one day want to wear Quinn to Universal.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be funny.
It would be
Wow,
funny.
absolutely.
You'd get so much attention. People would want you.
Yeah.
They think you're like
If
one
you-
of the characters.
I would just pretend I was. I would just go along with it all day. And they would be like,
When
oh,
we go-
look, the one in Florida's got a Quint too. I'd be like, nope,
I think you should.
that's just Jacob.
That's just the guy from YHS.
I think you
punching
should do it
kids.
in Japan when we go back, like, because then that's like huge.
That would be
That'll
really
be a
big.
big deal.
Oh, that would be
Mhm.
huge, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll go back. You can wear your Quint to Orlando when it
What I wanted
when it gets really nice and cool down there.
Well, see, we never go in the cooler months, you know. But I always thought it would be really funny to dress like Quint, go to Universal Studios, and take a bunch of pictures where I look really sad in the Harry Potter sections,
Mhm.
you know, and like
Yeah.
bring a little piece of paper that says "Bring back the Jaws ride" or something. So we could go to Universal in Florida, take all the sad pictures, and then go to Universal in Japan and just be like super happy because they sometimes have the Jaws ride.
There's a good reel in that of like your
Yeah.
like the kindness that you're showing Quint of like we took this sad Quint
Sad
to a
Quint,
place
yeah.
a better environment for him. I like that. I love that. And also,
Yeah.
you know, you could do like a sleeveless Quint for summer, but I don't know if that got to compromise.
Sleeve-
Sleeveless
I
Quint,
don't know if there's a sleeveless Quint.
casual Quint.
Yeah.
No. There's a reason he
Burlesque
wore those
Quint.
long sleeves. He's got scarred arms.
All right.
Does he? I don't know. He might. I'm super excited about all of this. We talked a little bit about the Mondo releases as well. And we're going to cover that stuff in depth over the next couple weeks as we get, better eyes on everything. But it's really cool to see all these companies coming together. And like, I like these anniversary events. Like, Ghostbusters had the 40th anniversary, and because Frozen Empire and stuff was coming out, they really didn't lean too hard into like the anniversary aspect, but I think it's really fun. Like, I like it. It's I think it's good for the fandom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good excuse to put out a lot of different kinds of merchandise.
Yeah.
So-
I talked to John Campopiano a little bit today. We're going to have him on in the next couple weeks about his documentary, The Farmer and the Shark. I didn't
Can
want
you, Jake? talked a little bit about it last week, but like, can you fill us in a little bit on Farmer and the Shark?
Yeah,
it's a precursor to John coming on.
It's a documentary John put together. He's directing it. It's and it's about Craig Kingsbury, who was the actor who played Ben Gardner in Jaws. You know, the severed head that pops out of the boat. Craig Kingsbury in real life was like a madman, like kind of a crazy dude. There's a lot of stories about him out there, and he lived on the island, and Spielberg really loved him, and he ended up becoming friends with Robert Shaw. And Robert Shaw, like, if you watch any videos of Craig Kingsbury talking, he literally just sounds like Quint. Like, that's what Robert Shaw based, his voice and mannerisms on. So it's a Jaws documentary, but it's like through Craig Kingsbury. And
that's a really cool angle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for those, so John, we're friends with John. He's done a lot of great documentaries. He did the It documentary. He's done a Pet Sematary documentary.
Yep. Snapper.
And Jacob, you actually did some work on The Farmer and the Shark.
Yeah, I did some art. No, I didn't do this art that we're looking at. This is the poster, but I did some art that will be featured in the documentary itself. So yeah, it was really fun to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, getting to work on something that is covering like subject matter that you care this much about is always special.
I didn't get to draw any sharks though. So like really fun, but I didn't get to draw a shark.
A lot of people.
Did you draw the farmer?
I drew a farmer.
Okay.
I got to draw a farmer. Got to draw severed head. So
that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's a good day.
That's pretty fun. Yeah. Some hippies.
One day, some hippies.
Hippies, that's fun.
Hippies, yeah.
I'm gonna do
to be immortalized and like live on in that. People will watch it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it feels good because I mean, Jaws is my favorite thing in the whole world. So to be able to like contribute even just a little bit to something that will be a Jaws thing that will be out there, people who love Jaws will buy it and watch it, and that's I'm grateful for John for asking me to do that. But yeah, we'll have him on shortly. I don't know when, but I talked to him earlier about it. We'll get him on and do like a full deep dive on it.
Hell yeah,
that'll be fun.
That's awesome. I want to see it.
I can't wait to see it. Yeah,
it's great. I've seen a cut of it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I've seen a cut, and it's great. It's awesome. It's like it's got a lot of really cool stuff. It's like a good mix of some Jaws stories and Craig Kingsbury stories, and like a lot of the Craig Kingsbury stuff is going to be new to everybody. You know what I mean? It's not like
It's
not like all the Jaws documentaries where you watch it and you're like, all right, I know all of this. It's
so the shark wasn't working.
Now, were they over budget or under budget?
Robert Shaw. They were fighting. Robert Shaw and
exactly
Richard Dreyfuss didn't like each other.
Now, the Indianapolis speech, that was just like, one take. They had it. They were ready to roll.
Are the shooting stars real?
Yeah.
That's really funny. Yeah. Well, that's going to be great.
Martha's Vineyard loved having the production there.
Yeah. Shooting on the ocean was notoriously easy for everybody. We should make a documentary where we get all the Jaws facts completely wrong.
Get them all wrong.
Yeah. Steven Soderbergh took on. No, I said I was going to make a documentary about Ghostbusters Afterlife called the Farmer and the Dirt Farm. No, I'm not. I really regret
the Dirt Farmer and the Ghost.
That's way better. I can't believe I fucked that up so badly.
You did mess it up.
I fixed it.
In real life, I'm like 1 for 20 on jokes. Hey, since we're talking about cool stuff that is in all of our interests, who's buying this limited edition to 500 folio edition of Stephen King's It?
Ooh.
I don't think that looks very good.
Whoa. Okay.
Ooh,
I mean, look,
fired.
it's
more modernized.
I don't know. Like that looks. Do we got a close up of what is it? What is it? Just supposed to look like blood stains, or is that a picture of something? I guess it's got a clown on it, huh? I hate the slip cover. Like that
looks a little Banksy.
That slip cover is the most like mass market Amazon type cover I've ever seen. Like that looks like when you go to Books A Million and you buy the
Right.
cheap mass
The limited
market
edition.
copy.
It's-
There's no
Live, laugh,
creativity
love of it.
behind that slip cover. The book itself is okay because it looks like a clown made out of blood is what it's supposed to look like, a blood stain that has a clown in it. I mean, that's okay, but that's not for me.
Okay.
I own like 20 different copies of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they all look cooler than this one.
Oh, I guess this one has illustrations in it though.
Well, I
Ginger.
would like to see the illustration. That will make a big difference. If it's got good illustrations inside of it, then it could be a maybe.
I don't even know how much
Wait,
this
they
thing
don't
costs.
show us any. Well, what is it?
No.
Who is it? Is it Folio Society?
Folio Society.
Oh, I feel bad. I don't want to talk shit about Folio Society because they do really good stuff, and I've bought from them in the past.
Well, that's okay. Not everything is
But I don't love
for
this.
everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
I do. Yeah, when it comes to art, I like detail, and like little Easter eggs and things that are like pulled directly from the material.
Yeah.
So it just kind of being a blood stain. I get it. It's like there's an opportunity for more.
Cut to 2 weeks from now. Hey guys, big news. Folio Society was kind enough to send us the brand new special edition.
I speak a different language when they're sending me stuff.
These pictures are good.
This slipcase is unbelievable.
Scrub this episode from the feed.
No, I do have one
First
episode I
time
got to
it's
go back
happened.
and scrub. No more details than that.
Okay.
We talked about it yesterday. On the
Yeah, I
phone.
know which one it is.
Yeah. But hey, that's pretty good out of like 400 or 500 episodes.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
good. Anything else on Jaws before we move along here?
No, I just think there's still a lot more. Like we're gonna be filming some Jaws content. Actually, like multiple things of Jaws content coming up
we got
really
some stuff
soon
coming
here. We are gonna try to get out to the Academy Museum before that display ends. That'd be a nice little chunk of content. But who knows? That might
beats
not
us with
happen for a
content.
while. So
That's funny.
it's true.
Nobody beats us on
Nobody beats the Wiz.
Nobody beats the Wiz on content. So okay, very cool. Abby, what's
Mhm.
on your mind? We were having a little bit of a discuss. I wanted to just open so one of the cool things about Yes Have Some Discord. Well, let me reel it back a little bit. Let me not stumble all over my words. Yes Have Some Patreon is like kind of like our core like support system for YHS. Like if you want additional content, if you want additional bonus episodes, we do them every week. You can head over to patreon.com/yeshavesome. You get all the bonus episodes, all that. But we also have the Discord, which is exclusively to members of the Patreon. And we have all these like little sub channels in there. So there's like Ghostbusters talk, and there's toy talk, and there's movies, and we have an MCU channel, and it's pretty active. Like every day I check, and there's conversations going on, which is really cool. But we also have
I'm thinking about for Christmas deleting the meme channel in there.
Yeah, we don't need that.
That's my
We
Christmas
have a
present
meme.
to everybody.
That used to be like one of our mainstays that we don't do memes.
We've had a meme channel in there for a long time. I didn't create it. I don't know who did. And people do get use out of it, but man, I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah, it's memes. The rule of thumb always on group therapy was no memes, but we realized that in these trying
some people
modern
like
times,
memes.
I like a good meme every now and then.
Yeah, but that's the problem. They're rarely good.
Yeah, you've seen most of them at a certain point.
Good memes.
But I get it. It's some people's like love language or way of expressing themselves to send a gift or send a meme.
Yeah, but we have a meme channel, but we also have a mental health channel, where it's really cool, man. Like it's not like a place for people to come and like feel like you have to like bare your soul, but it's a place where like the world's like really like obscenely tough right now. Like life just in general is hard on a lot of people just anyways, right? It seems like with so much going on in the world, and there's so many like there's political stuff, there's social stuff, there's wars, there's financial stuff. Like it's just a hard time for a lot of people. So we have this like mental health channel where people can go in and talk about things, going on in their life or open up or vent. And like what I've loved to see is that like other members of the Patreon community are really, really kind and really supportive. And I think one of the toughest things about like, I think mental health just gets thrown around as a like, oh, I take my mental health seriously. It's something people say, but like,
Self-care. Yeah.
yeah, self-care. Like
Doesn't mean shit.
you go to Target, there's like a shirt that's like avocados and self-care. That's my thing. And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah,
Chill
me
out.
too. Who doesn't fucking like self-care and avocados? That's everybody. Like
Avocados are self-care. That's what the shirt should say.
the people who don't like guacamole, come on. I don't know, a little sus. But anyways, moving on. That's not what I was talking about.
Like it's an open, non-judgmental place, but if you don't like guacamole,
But if you don't like guacamole, get the fuck out. No, I just think it's I think one thing that happens is like, especially like with social media and like just the way the world is, like people can feel like very isolated or alone, or if they're struggling with stuff. I don't know. We just have it's just like another way that people can come and feel safe and talk about things going on in their life. And I just wanted to plug that because like, I know I've got my fair share of mental health struggles, and I've started more recently this year taking them more seriously by getting on a medication and really kind of trying to understand like where that stuff is coming from. And I don't know, just wanted to put out that message on this as we begin summer and celebrate Jaws. You're not alone is what I wanted to say. And if you ever wanted to join the Discord and you know, talk about that kind of stuff, there is like an avenue for that. And I just wanted to plug that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I think that one of the best like ripple effects or results of starting a podcast is the community that we've created and that has just kind of rallied around the subjects and the stuff that we generally talk about. And being able to find friendship in that and support in that. I mean, that's like what my life is 100% about. Like I grew up in the church and tried doing different recovery programs. And the one thing that actually like worked for me is making friends who have the same interests, like special interests as me, who understand like how to make a joke in a tough time and how to quietly be there for someone. And that's what you guys have been there for me in that way. And I think that our Discord is a space where people can comfortably open up about things without fear of judgment and just recognize that they're not alone, that every single one of us who comes together on a Tuesday or a Monday night to watch this is individually going through our own things and coping with the same challenges. Maybe not the exact same, but we're here for each other. And I think that's really important.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, just wanted to plug that. I think it's important. And that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Abby, anything else? Jacob, anything else on that?
I don't know what you guys talk. I don't have any mental health problems.
I'm fine. I'm not in trouble at all.
I'm not in trouble at all.
Hell yeah.
No, it's not. It's
Whoa.
Wow.
See, I just experienced a mental health problem.
Hey.
A RoboCop figure fell off the shelf.
I'm not going to get too deep into it or whatever, and we'll move on so we're not like just bumming people out or whatever. But
no,
I mean, one of the first things, like when we all first started becoming like really, really good friends, like early on in podcast stuff, like one of the like things that the three of us would do is like go to a Waffle House and sit there for 3 hours and talk about shit that you don't talk to people about. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff helped a lot, you know, and I think probably made us all closer than some people are, you know?
Yeah. Well, I've talked about this recently. That's a really good point. Like, I think one of the things that's really, there's a lot
like, I've never had other friends in my life. I've never, like, sorry to cut you off, but I've never had other friends with that I like go to Waffle House and I'm like, hey, here's all the shit that is bothering me.
Here's why I am the way I am. Like,
no, legitimately, like our friend group, which has kind of become like the podcast network a little bit, like that. Being able to do that is not something that I had the safety or the comfort of, like growing up.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of different friend groups and tried different things, and it's really, really hard and really rare when you find somebody that will be there with you when you're at your worst, and then when you're at your best, be like just as supportive and loving. And that you can open up about everything with. And that's where we started before the podcast.
And I feel like it's not just like, I don't want to single other friends of ours out or anything, but I feel like we have that with a lot of like, one of my favorite things to do is like hang out with like you guys and like Hal, or I've even like had talks with like Zach Meyer, you know, like to go just go somewhere and just be like, dude, let's just fucking talk about what sucks and talk about what doesn't suck. And it's nice.
It's one of the things that I think creates like a little bit of a unique experience for YHS in general, because like on the surface you could be, oh yeah, it's podcast, they talk about movies, they really like Ghostbusters. But obviously like Abby and I have been together for 17 years. The three of us
guys are together.
Well, today.
It's new. We're trying it out.
Today we are. Well, I'll let you know tonight. It changes on the hour. We are all best friends. We have a very tight-knit friends group. And I feel like that's like the one thing that kind of bleeds out a little bit into like the group therapy community and the toy anxiety community and the Patreon community. And when we do like our live events and stuff, like we're just three people who literally we started this 9.5 years ago. We had no connections. We didn't know anybody. We still don't know ourselves. We didn't like, what'd you say?
I said, we're getting there.
We're getting there. We didn't like, I didn't know people at Sony or we didn't know any Ghostbusters people. We didn't know people at Hasbro or Mondo or we didn't know other content creators. Like we didn't know Geek Dad Life or even Ryan Dole. Like, so like this thing that we've built, it's more than just like a podcast. It literally, and I'm not going to say it's a family. Family's family. It's more of a
families can be toxic. Yeah.
Families can be toxic. It's more of just like this like organism that is naturally grown, and we've been able to make all these really cool.
It's like a web.
It's a web. A web of lies.
And I'm Madam Web. No, it's a tapestry.
I was going to be Madam Web. No, it's just cool. It's something we think about a lot. We don't often talk about it. And the other crazy thing is we are literally busier than ever. Like, we won't go into details, but like we had a creative meeting today for a fun project that we're working on. That's just like new stuff that we haven't done before. We just did all the Ghostbusters Day stuff. By time you hear this episode, you'll know about the live event that's happening at San Diego Comic-Con with all the toy tubers. And then on top of all that, like the Real Ghostbusters book's coming out, and I'm gonna do a signing out in LA. And that same weekend, July 12th, Jacob, you're gonna be at G Fest, knee deep in the kaiju world. Like it's getting to the point where like we've cast this wide net, and we're like, just this summer we're going to be at multiple conventions. We're going to be at Comic-Con. We're going to be, all over the place. And then next thing you know, it's going to be fall, and it's going to be New York Comic-Con, and then we're going to plan Toy Fair again. And it's just like, like our feet are on the both pedals, but we got to, but the brake is
that's not you can't, you're not supposed to put them on both pedals.
Accident that way.
Are there two gas pedals in those? Don't
get them confused.
What kind of car are you talking about?
I got an 86 Excelsior. That's not.
I want a automatic or nothing. Don't give me no fucking manual. Do manuals have two gas pedals?
No, but they have a clutch.
The clutch.
Why?
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember 1,000 Foot Crutch? Remember that band, 1,000 Foot Crutch?
I remember that. I remember that. I like music.
I used to like them.
So anyways, all that to say, like, we're really busy, and we also all have like, outside of all this, there's other, day jobs, and there's other like relationships, and just like the normal everyday, shit you got to do. So this is like a respite. This is like where my sanity comes from. And I'm really glad we got a chance to talk about it. Abby, anything else? on this?
No, I mean, other than like I literally started going to therapy so that I could continue podcasting. Like it's something that I love doing, and came up against hardship because of mental health stuff, and unresolved trauma and all that stuff. So going to and finding a therapist was integral to me continuing to podcast. So when it comes to reaching out for help, I just would recommend to everyone that it takes a lot to just recognize that you're there, and if you want to and you want to get in that therapeutic relationship, go for it. And if you love something like I love podcasting, just keep going. It's hard. The road isn't like easy all the time, but it's worth it.
Here comes the worst segue of all time after all that serious, poignant discussion. The new Superman toys come with bags of slime.
Bags of slime?
It's in a
Like
bag.
a jelly bag of slime?
It looks like a
Capri Sun.
Yeah,
Don't
it's a
drink
Capri
that.
Sun.
Where's the straw?
That's weird. I don't like that.
So guys, another improv. I got something fun, and I don't want to put you guys on the spot, but I thought this would be a fun way to carry out this episode. This week on Jeopardy, there was a Stephen King category.
Oh wow! Okay,
I've got all 5 questions here and answers.
It was only 5.
Well, that's
Is
each
this the first or the second round?
Oh, is there only 5 on Jeopardy? It's
There's only 5 for each category.
Okay.
It was the first round.
Okay.
So I thought it would be fun. So
well, let's do it, but I don't want the stress of having to be like, I know it first. Let's just ask the questions.
Yeah, just ask us, and we as one will speak.
Yeah.
Okay. Speak.
Speak.
Okay, we'll start with it's the 2, 4, 6, 8 $1,000 questions. So usually they go in order of easiest to hardest.
If we don't get any of these right, you're gonna have to cut this out because I don't want.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be shamed.
Yeah, me either.
For context, Jacob, you have a giant Stephen King collection. I bet you've read 75% of his work at this point.
Yeah.
But let's just hope there's no Dark Tower questions because
No gunslinger. Right,
right. I don't.
The apotheosis.
Okay.
Of all things.
Listen.
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go. 5 questions. The $200 question. The title entity of it appears in many different forms, including as Pennywise, one of these circus performers.
What is a clown?
Clown.
That's such a simple answer that
I was like a turtle.
I was gonna be like
turtle.
deadlights, the deadlights. You know?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys both got that one.
Okay.
Oh, I might get this. I would get some of these. The cat brought back to life in this novel is called Church, short for Winston Churchill.
All right. I mean, we all know it's Abby's actually writing it down. I know she knows it. It's
First
Pet
I wrote
Sematary.
church, then Pet Cemetery in like my worst handwriting.
You started writing before you finished the question.
Yeah,
Abby's the
Abby's
the kind of person who rings in and gives the wrong answer because she didn't listen to the rest of the question.
That's why we can't be on Celebrity Jeopardy, or we can't be on the trip.
That's why we can't be on Celebrity
Oh
Jeopardy.
no, it's because we're not celebrities, right? No, but I'm talking about Pop Culture Jeopardy. That's why we can't be on Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Abby would fuck us over.
I would be so. I'm getting mad in this hypothetical situation where they're like the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are Raphael, Michael, Raphael. Like God no.
Yeah, I do tend to do that where I'm like competitively trying to search for the answer. Venus. All
right, $600 question. In a story set in Nebraska, an evil being is called He Who Walks Behind the Rows. Rows referring to rows and rows of this.
Corn.
It's corn. I knew that.
Corn.
Children of the corn.
Sweet corn.
Oh, okay. I feel like the next 2 might be.
Are these harder ones? Let's see.
I mean, they look like they might be. Okay.
How about read one?
Pyrokinetic powers are an attribute of Charlie McGee, a daughter of government test subjects, and this book's title character.
Firestarter.
You guys are killing it. This is great. We should have done
That's
this.
classic Stephen King right there.
We know the
5 stars.
king.
Yeah. All right. What's
$1,000. 2 stories from this Stephen King collection were turned into an Anthony Hopkins movie.
Oh, wait. 2 different stories were turned into 2 different movies that both have Anthony Hopkins.
It says 2 stories from this Stephen King collection were turned into an Anthony Hopkins movie. So did they
Hearts in
take-
Atlantis?
Mm-hmm.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
It's Hearts in Atlantis.
Okay.
Nice. Is that the name of the collection? I'm gonna out myself here.
Yeah, it's the name of the
Newer one?
No, I don't think it's super new. I'm trying to look to see what the other. I know I got it. Oh, hold on. All right. We can see what else is in. I don't know if this. I think this is just it's just one book. It's not that's a weird
Yeah, I'm on the
phrasing.
I'm on a Wikipedia. I'm on Wikipedia.
I'm on something called Wikipedia.
Oh wait, so it says it's one book, but it's 5 interconnected like stories set in the years from 1960 to 19. So it's like one book, but there's 5 stories that are all connected in here. So I'm guessing they took 2 of the 5 and made a movie of it.
It says Hearts in Atlantis with Anthony Hopkins and Anton Yelchin. Rest in peace.
Anton.
That's Anton. I'm on this thing called Wikipedia. I'm on a Wikipedia.
I'm on this thing called Wikipedia.
Loosely adapted from Stephen King's Dark Tower tie-in, Low Men in Yellow Coats, a novella in the 1999 collection Hearts in Atlantis.
Cool.
So there you go.
Right.
Well, I got them all. We got them all right then.
That was the last question.
That was it.
Good job.
Wow.
Our combined knowledge.
We are.
I'm also writing down the stories I need to read because I haven't read Hearts in Atlantis. And is that from Children of the Corn is the other question?
What?
Yeah.
That was
Children of the Corn was the one before it. It's like
that's
2
what I
pages long. It's very short.
I'm so embarrassed.
It's really short.
No, I'm not. I'm looking forward to reading it.
Roger Ebert gave this movie 3.5 stars out of 4.
I've never seen it.
Well, Anthony Hopkins has done some really good movies.
Oh, has it? I never heard of him.
Some scary ones.
What did he say to you, Clarice?
Like a smaller chart. Now that I know. That's
Can you take
something I
that sound? Can you take that sound bite and open the show with it?
know.
Yeah. Also, it's funny that you quoted it and you did this like funny Jodie Foster impression.
Oh, it's fun when you say it out loud.
What did he throw on you, Clarice? That's not the line.
Not the line.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, anyways. Ooh, Abby's never seen Hannibal.
okay.
We should watch it. It's fucked up.
All
But
right,
Red
you've never
Dragon's
seen
even better.
Eyes Wide Shut, so let's try.
Yes, I hate when you say this. I have seen Eyes Wide Shut.
Hey, I found out yesterday that Jess has also not seen 28 Days Later.
Ooh.
Which is crazy to me that people haven't seen 28 because like that is at this point I feel like that movie is a classic and it is like among zombie movies 28 Days Later is like really highly
Weird.
rated.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a legitimately good movie.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
go
as
watch
somebody
it.
I've been watching that movie for weeks. I just saw it for the first time. I haven't seen the second one. You saw the new one, Jacob.
I did, yeah.
Was it great?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's very different. It is it's got some weird stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some pretty intense stuff in it. There's a lot of full frontal nudity in it.
Male?
Or girls?
Just everything?
A little bit of both, but man, some of these zombies have huge dicks.
Dude, they're packing. It gets bigger when you're
It's
zombified?
bigger. Yeah.
That's
Well, that's
cool.
literally a
It's the
plot point
brains.
of the movie, honestly.
What?
It is?
Well, that some of the zombies
Are
get
they having
really-
babies? Ooh, I need to see this movie.
What do you mean? Did you
I
read?
don't
Are
know.
you spoiling the movie for yourself?
Is that true? Did I?
It's literally a plot point of the movie.
Ooh, I'm smart. I'm smart. I was just assuming. I'm sorry.
They talk like slight spoiler. They talk about how the rage virus sort of acts like a steroid, and some of the zombies are
in the Olympics now.
fucking
Procreating.
jacked. They're big. And
Some
it's
of
not
the
that they're.
zombies.
I don't think it's
Not-
that they're procreating while they're zombies, but there's definitely a story happening where I'm not gonna. The movie just came out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, we can cut stuff if we feel like it. I get it.
But it is a weird movie that I can't wait until people see it because it's got a really wild ending. And it's just got, I don't know. It's just, it was enjoyable. I liked it.
Cool.
Well, that is, the third movie in that series.
Yeah, but I don't think they are really, I think the second movie in the series, now it's been a while since I've seen the second one, and they're not like going out of their way to ignore the second one, but they're not really like, it doesn't matter if you don't watch the second one.
Okay,
it
so they're not showing
it
the
wasn't
Statue of Liberty.
made by Danny Boyle or who, like it was made, wasn't the second one made by other people? It wasn't like,
Not sure.
I mean, they tried to keep that movie in tone, and I remember thinking the movie was fine, but I don't think, because the filmmakers of this new one, it's the guys who made the original, and
Right,
like,
they're going back to.
I don't think they're really like, well, let's make sure everything in part 2 makes sense. Like they don't.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I want to see it.
Well, I just read Owen Wilson's returning for the new Meet the Parents movie, so that's a little bit more my speed.
That's embarrassing.
Looking forward to that, Greg.
I love the first Meet the Parents. The second two are hot trash. But Ariana Grande is going to be in this one. It's me. Oh, that's the other person. Hey, this was fun. I think we covered some good ground. I'm really excited about we got a fun summer coming up.
Yeah.
YHS presents Fun Summer.
Fun summer. I just want to point out, I'm also drinking out of this Stranger Things Season 2 Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights 2019 cup that has the arcade.
You are drinking out of our limited edition cupware?
Because we need cups. We don't have any other cups.
I don't go to.
Craig's like, I don't need cups because I buy Coke Zeros and they come in their own cups.
They're like bananas.
Throw
They
them
come in
away
their-
right when they're done. Natural.
Dude,
They're
I saw.
born that way.
You know that Twitter that's shirts that go hard?
Yeah.
Have you
What'd
seen
you say?
that Twitter?
Not
Shirts that
everybody
go
needs a
hard.
podcast.
Well, there's that. Somebody commented that on our TikTok from our Superman chat yesterday.
What did they say?
Not everybody needs a podcast, which is
Oh, that's
very
cool.
funny.
That's cool. Superman fans. Real cool.
I love that.
Fun.
I mean, I agree with him, honestly.
People who
Hey, I know a couple people who. Never mind.
listen.
know a couple people.
I might buy this shirt because it's so accurate. It's so stupid. Look at this. Ready?
Can I see it? Yeah.
Diet Coke is just a fridge cigarette.
Oh,
That's all it is.
I don't like that.
There's a reason why I'm like, I need 20. I'm a little stressed. Let me get a little Coke. Let me get Coke Zero. I'm out on the porch. Ooh, it just hits me.
Fridge cigarettes are just menthols.
No, listen. I swear to God, when I have my first sip of Coke Zero of the day, I will audibly be like, "Ooh, it hits."
That's weird to me
like
though, because it's just water. Coke Zero is like
Sodium?
poop flavored water. Isn't that all it is? It's dirty water.
No, you're thinking
Isn't
of that.
what a Coke Zero
You're
is?
thinking of that
Just
fizzy
dirty-
drink from
it's
Jaws.
just dirty bath water.
Oh, the dirty water from Jaws drink.
The chum in the water.
The mocktail we talked about at the beginning.
I just feel like Coke Zeros don't have like what's in them that gives you that feeling. It's a fucking Coke Zero.
Carbonate.
Like
I don't
what
know.
if a Coke Zero makes you feel like that? What's a real soda do to you?
Oh,
You know what I mean? I don't understand.
If I drink regular Coke, I get a bad stomach ache.
Well, there's a lot more sugar.
Maybe
in
it's the sugar. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jacob, what's your Coke
You
Zero?
are the
What's like your
fucking whitest dude, like golfing and getting high off of Coke Zero.
I didn't
It's
say
like,
I got a high off of
yeah,
it.
but you're acting like fucking Fuller from Home Alone. Like it's a Coke Zero. It's the lightest. It's like a fucking diet. I don't know.
I know. No hippie speedballs for me. Or what are they called, Abby?
Yeah, a hippie 8-ball.
All right. None of that for me either.
None of that. Just wheat and coffee.
Guys, this was fun. Hey, if you want to join us on social media, you can do it at YHS Podcast on Instagram, on X. You can find us on Facebook, TikTok. We have all the social media that you can handle. We've got youtube.com/@YHS Podcast. We've got youtube.com/@toyanxiety. And we've got patreon.com/yeshavesome. So lots of places to find us, yapping away about God knows what. And like I said, we got fun stuff. We got fun stuff coming up this year. I discovered Wikipedia, which is great.
Damn it, I was gonna make that call back. I was gonna say we're on this thing called Wikipedia. I don't think
Will somebody make us a Wikipedia page? Do we
God.
not have a Wikipedia page yet? This is ridiculous.
Well, Abby does, but it's on Wiki Feet.
Oh, that's not a Wikipedia page. It's a Wikipedia page. Also,
I don't.
I should have higher scores, so go right there.
No, if you look up YHS Podcast Wikipedia, you get Logan Kim's Ghostbusters wiki page. We don't even have a page in the Ghostbusters wiki. This is ridiculous.
Well, that's probably whoever
We've been
does that.
disowned by
they
our
probably
own
deleted us
community.
out of there.
So
if
somebody
you
make us
look
a
us up on
wiki page.
Wikipedia, it just says not everybody should have a podcast.
Deactivated.
Right?
And then we stay alert with all our social media, because we'll be posting where we are, what we're doing coming up. We got Comic-Con, there's going to be panels and events and everything else. So Jacob, any final words before we zip on out of here?
Watch Jaws.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Abigail?
Nah, I mean, yeah. No. Find good friends.
Yes,
Go and do
no,
things with them.
yes.
Did you
I
say
struggle
beef?
to talk sometimes. It's okay.
Yes,
say
no,
beef.
beef?
Yes, no, be friends. God
Be
damn it.
friends.
I hope that you all can find great friends like I have, is what I'm saying. And if you haven't yet, join our Discord and sign up for Patreon, because we will
Find
be your
a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, why
Find a
should
friend.
start a dating app?
Well, you gotta.
We've
there's
had
no
a few
women.
couples.
Do we
We've
set?
had
We've set a couple people
Yeah,
up.
We set a marriage
Yeah.
off.
I don't know if we have enough women in our Discord to do
We need more.
a matchmaking thing.
Yeah. Well, we can match people with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can do that.
Special interest.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sure. All right.
All right, everybody. For Abigail Gardner and Jacob Walsh, my name is Craig Goldberg. We will see you next time. Thank you for being a valued listener of Yes Have Some podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Do you want some coffee, Mr. Tully?
Do I? Yes, have some.
Yes, have some.